love. We're here in Union Square, New York City, and we're just gonna break down some dance moves and some futuristic and old school, new school thing, some fresh stuff. Peace. The difference between these two dances that connected, they look the same, but they have two different techniques. So basically waving is input and output. So you take the energy and you bring it out and release it. Or you could take the energy, you manipulate it, bring it out, release, in, out, release. Now, liquid is, there's no input and there's no output. There's a continuously flow. Basically, the energy is connected. It's in compact in one. It's kind of like a Tesla coil. So basically, it's continuous movement. You know, it's continuous. There's no in and there's no out. It's just a continuous flow. Okay, so liquid is a very misunderstood style, and a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people use it as a, for some people use it for gloving, some people use it for tutting, some people use it as even in waving is used, and first of all, because a lot of people don't understand it and they don't understand the foundation, and this style is futuristic. It's been ahead of its time, and that's why at this point a lot of people don't use it a lot. They use it as like somebody would somebody would do a tut and kind of finish up with this, or somebody would do a wave and then finish it up. Do three liquid things and then finish it up to this, right? In liquid is like I said, continuous flow, and if you do it a lot, you basically you create flow, and this flow is basically you go into this zone, so you create this zone, and the more you do it, the more you get into this zone. And you could add any type of moves from any other type of dances and bring it in there. You could do whacking and then you bring it to a wave. And the foundations behind this liquid is figure 8, right? Figure 8, and that's like an ancient thing, Figure eight is used in martial arts, you know. When you go like this, you're doing figure eight, you know. Basically, you know, boom, boom, boom. All this is figure eight. So, you know, and this is also a liquid too, you know, because when you cut a ball in two, you make two halves. See that? But that's also liquid. So you have figure eight. That's the foundation of liquid. There's a lot of people thinking, oh, this I'm just doing liquid. That's just it. That's not it. That's just the figure eight is what moves everything. And figure eight is using belly dance in martial arts, in most of the arts, moving arts is used in that. It's like a archetype type of movement. So anyway, figure eight, and then you have like the yin and yang. You know, like I said, this is the yin and yang, like left, right, you know, or like I say, you know, you could see it here, you know, boom, and the flow, creating flow, continuous flow. The first dance that was viral when computers and internet started coming out, which is like, I think mid-90s, the first viral video was a liquid dance video, Liquid Pop Eric. He influenced the whole world. There was the most hits ever. Million of hits they had, that video. That's how I'm telling you this liquid dance is so futuristic. He was also dancing to a trance song, you know? And liquid is coming from electronica with techno, trance, jungle, drum and bass, dubstep, all that. We are the ones that are doing that. Liquid dance is from that type of genre. And when you listen to that music, we had like some type of different ideas of the future, you know? And liquid became so popular that started influencing so many dances. Digits came out of that liquid, digits, and there's so many different type of digits, character digits, face starting, digital characters. There's different type of like finger tutting came out of the liquid, you know, all the raves, you know, the figure eight raves, glow sticking came out of liquid, you know, gloving came out of liquid. So there's, you know, the idea of liquid influenced so many dances. And also even influenced the waving. A lot of the wavers start doing some type of liquid, you know. Like a lot of the East Coast poppers, they were good liquid dancers. Some of them, they're real good, you know. All right, so like in the late 90s, one guy in Tunnel, Club Tunnel, influenced this kid's Liquid Pop collective. One of the guys that he influenced, it was called Red. So he started with this, they call it digits. So they add that into liquid. And this thing, the digits, was basically like finger roll, like the old school called them finger rolls. But they wasn't doing it, they was doing it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was the beginning, right? But then they were doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then they would do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It was crazy because, you know, they figured out different type of sequences, and then, you know, like moving around in a basically a line, and you moving around it, right? Then they figured out how to like make a ball and bring it out, or also like finger rolls going up and turning them around, like you have an imaginary ball, and you will follow the contour of it, right? Boom. Right. So that was before the contact. You know, the people that do that contact balls. Yeah, that was before that. These guys figured out that movement, you know. And you know, you could do both, right? Or you could do one by one, coming back up like this, boom, and you could go, you could open it, it goes through it, right? Boom, like you could cut the ball into, open it, and close it in, boom, right? With digits, right? And then from that, we ended up start doing digital liquid. That's another style. Basically, it's just liquid with digits, you know? Like, you're not doing straight line, which is, this is called like a rail. This is called a rail. When you see a tank, the tank has the wheels, but to move around, it has that rail that goes in like that, right? That's the rail that moves the whole tank. So the wheels just go like that in one spot, but the rail moves the tank, right? Anyway, that was the rail. So from digits, simple digits, and different type of sequences, ended up to digital liquid, and that we start adding some of the old school popping moves, like Cobra, and especially Code Red start doing, like I said, those contact things, and adding the Cobra with it, right? So it's now more like people, when they do Cobras, you see them just do this. Their fingers don't do nothing, you know, their fingers are dead. Or they do this, you know, boom, 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 but they don't use their fingers. So now, when we start coming out with basically making the Cobra, boom, 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 boom. Adding detail with the fingers, making it so so different, and breaking it down. Like if I do a roll, you know, or I could move parts of my body, right? Or I could like isolate different parts, like boom, boom. That's why the fingers are like very important, because it adds dimension and it adds a digital feel, a very precise digital feel, you know, to all your body, you know. We took some of that old school movement and added our flavor and made it more fresh, I guess. Yeah. After digits, digital liquid, then finger tutting. We start going into finger tutting and start creating from tuts. We start putting the fingers again that came from the digits, and we start adding the fingers, and we start creating finger boxes. But a lot of people start getting into the finger boxes, and they start calling it finger tutting, especially the West Coast, because they didn't know what we was doing. We never call it finger tutting. We was just finger boxes, and we created the foundation for finger tutting, a whole bunch of different styles to finger tutting. Finger boxes, finger digital face mask, what they used to call face tutting. So basically, finger tutting is making geometric patterns with your fingers. Right, that's what it is. But we figured out, because you could do liquid with that, you know. So basically, if I'm doing like this, a rail, I could do a rail doing just fingers, you know. So I'm basically doing the same thing, but with, you know, or I could like tutting. I mean, I could like tick it, you know. So add some old school with the new school and make this new, fresh, new feeling. All these styles that I show you, they blew up so much, and a lot of people don't really have knowledge on that. You know, like if I do this, I'm not doing digits. This is actually finger waves. You know, it's an old school movement, right? you have to know the styles. If you judge, you have to know the styles, you know. You can't, in this today's moment, in today's the poppers that do, you know, these battles, they don't really understand the styles. And a lot of them, they look at it like it's not dancing, you know, which is pretty bad. But like I said, these dances are so futuristic, and the people are still like not ready for that. A lot of them, they want to put it in the back of their minds, and they don't want to hear that because, you know, it's too ahead of its time, and you know, the judges don't know how to judge this type of movement, you know. And you know, also like the people in liquid and digits, a lot of them, or finger tutting, a lot of them don't use their feet, which is pretty bad. So I understand the old school way too, you know, because a lot of them, they do this with the feet, nothing. Like a tutter will do like this. That's all they do. A tutter feet will only do this. Boom, 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 boom. We call it the crouching tiger. I call it the crouching tiger technique. Tutting is movement, you know. If you tut, you gotta move, you know. And then there's feet tut, you know, like boom, 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 like this different type of like tutting moves with your feet. So you know, we at the point it's like very murky. A lot of people don't dance with their feet. The OGs don't like what these guys, they only dance with their hands. So nobody really know what to do yet. You know, like I said, it's still going ahead. You know, there's still time for this dance to get even bigger. Yeah. So finger tutting, I'm one of the originators of finger tutting, you know. There's 3 guys in New York, D-Strange, Shifter Shapes, and me. We basically, between us, we kind of made everything together, right? But in finger tutting, I came out with this idea. First, I called it a frame, you know. So when you make a building, you make a frame. You basically a foundation, right, or framework to put the building blocks on top of each other, you know. So that's why I used to talk to my boy Shifter Shapes. We used to be in the back of the club, always, yo, what about this movement, these new patterns? And I kind of came out with this idea with the framework. So I envisioned in my head that when you dance, there's like if you go like this and you go like that, you basically made a circle, right, around you. If you go like this and you go like that, you made a circle. So I figured out there's like, in all this, between these, there's squares everywhere. So it's a square here, square here, square here, square here, square here. So I figured out with the fingers, like there's a square, and then a square, square, a square, right? Square, 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 square. So it's everywhere is a square. So I figured out that all these squares. So I told him, and he came out with the name, the grid. So basically, there's a grid out there, and you could fill it out with your fingers. Every move has a foundation. Every move is connected, and also this is called fixed point, right? So it's a fixed point in the air. So we came out with this shit before they were coming out with the virtual reality. We figured out about the grid. So in virtual reality, you have a grid. So to make all your animation, this is a grid, right? So once you put the grid on, then you put everything together. So I envision that there's the grid before they came out with the virtual reality shit. and fixed point, you know, but that came out, fixed point came from mime. They figured out the wall. They figured out the wall, but I figured out the bricks in the wall. Right. I used to watch those ninjutsu guys when they do their meditations, right? They have different type of like meditation fingers that they do to connect or relax, you know? If you do this, like you relax every day and you just breathe out every day, you know, when you feel kind of messed up, eventually your body will like start like, you know, calm down, relax, you know? So these things are called mudras. They're old school. They're from the ancient times. In the ancient time, they used to do this type of finger motions, fingers movements, right? Boom, boom. A lot. Some of them they were used for fighting, and some of them used for peace. And I came out with these digital characters where it's like a language where you make, like I came out with the yin and yang, right? That opens into I. Or I came out with the Mayan yin and yang. And I figured out there's a language behind this thing with the fingers. It's not just dancing with a finger, you know, it's not like that. It's actually a biological human language that these fingers create when you dance. So you see, like they say dance is like a language. This is it. This is the language, you know? And there's so many different characters, and there's some of them they connect and they make a language. You could talk to somebody and, you know, they're from a different language, they could understand what you say, you know? But like I said, this is in the future more. I came out with that style too, and, you know, I used to be in my chamber, always like thinking of some new shit. I used to watch Star Wars and Predator, right? And these two movies influenced me a lot. And like young kids sometimes come out with the dance moves from the movies. So I figured out like when you watch Darth Vader mask, he has like a triangle right on his, like from the nose down, is a triangle here, you know? So I came out with this idea where, I put the triangle over my face and then I open it up right here, right? Over my hat, boom. And then, you know, you have another triangle at the bottom, right? And I use this framework and start working with it. And then, you know, another movie that influenced me, it was like this guy, Predator, when Arnold hits him in the face and takes off his mask, and that guy looks like basically like a crab, like a monster crab. So the guy, he was like came out like this, boom, like this, and he goes. So I start using these two forms together and making different type of faces. And in the beginning, it was like, you know, kind of scary, you know, because where I got it from anyway. So one time in a club in Miami, I used to use these faces, and I did that with some kids in the club, and they got scared and they run out of the club. So my friend was like, "Yo, what are you doing to them, bro?" I was like, so I used to use those moves and the faces mostly for battles. You know, I didn't. But after a while, I started like using them more and you know, changing the style and adding more stuff in. And eventually, I made a style. So basically, you make a mask. Darth Vader has a mask. You know, Darth Vader is not that, you know, metal. He's not made of metal. It's a mask. You know, you make a mask and you put it on your face, right? So that's all it is. I call it digital face mask. You make digits and you make a face, you know, boom, 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 and you know, after a while, a lot of kids start getting into it. A lot of people in the West Coast, and they start calling it face starting again. You know, nobody come asking us, the OGs, yo, what the hell are you calling this? They just, everybody want to be the number one creating shit, you know. Never come, you know, ask, what's the foundation? What do you do with this? What do you do that? So yeah, digital face mask, actually called face starting. I created. What I want to explain now is not just about face studying. I'm just gonna use part of my chest and my face just to explain something to you guys. Finger tutting explains that there's an intelligent design behind our body. The way our body moves is very geometrical, and there's some, whoever came out created these bodies, it has to be some type of intelligent being. So because that's what I'm saying, the way the body connects, like you see, there's the praying position, right? Like from the praying position, it opens into like this like geometric type of like movements, right? Also like from here, right? Check this out. From here with the finger up, connects here, right? And then connects here, and then connects here. Boom, 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 boom. So praying position, boom, boom, right? Boom, 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 boom. Also like, check this move, boom, 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 boom. So there's some type of like somebody that had intelligence to create this type of way of movements, you know? And we're just scratching the surface. My advice to the young guys that get into this dance, try to learn all these styles that I told you. So once you know the book, you could like add to the book, you know? A lot of you guys want to create, but you don't want to like take from the old school, you know. The reason I got to this point is because I actually classify everybody's style. I know everybody's style, you know, like I could watch somebody and figure out what they're doing and, you know, open it up and close it in and come out with something else on top of it. Try to make it better. So, you know, all these styles, make sure you learn them, learn their names, and, you know, figure out what you're gonna put on top of that and make it better, you know? So get into the chamber and practice a lot, you know? Practice and be creative, because there's nothing else better than that. And, you know, our bodies are made to be creative, you know? Try not to be a clone, you know? Don't copy too much, you know? And don't do moves half-assed. A lot of you guys do some, if a wave looks like this, you guys look like, you know, try to do things very clean and very precise, you know. Learn all the old school techniques. Learn popping, learn waving, learn tutting, learn liquid, learn gloving, you know, learn everything, you know. All the dances, and that's how you're gonna get better and better. You know, eventually you could come out with your own thing. The way I came out with my style, and you know, I influenced the world. Just from sitting in the house and, you know, going through all these dance moves and, you know, figuring it out. You could be that one, you know, so just don't lose hope. You know, if a lot of people laugh, like people used to laugh at me, you know, and then now everybody's like, oh my God, everybody want to copy that shit, you know. I'd probably be one of the most bit in, you know, one of the dancers that got bit the most. I got people like making, I got this kid made the Yin and Yang video and he had like 5 million hits on his video. And I know he got paid, but he never like even mentioned me. Like dudes making like my characters and making money or like, you know, that's another thing. You give props to the OGs, the ones that you learn from, you know, just do that. That's how you're gonna get better, you know? And again, go just practice. I practice probably more than fucking 75, 80% of the world in dance. So, you know, take my advice. Oh, and I practice like every day and night. I practice in the morning, I wake up at 6, I go in the park. You know, I just do my, it depends how I feel. You know, sometimes I do popping, sometimes I do hop rock. I do a little b-boy on the side, on the floor, and practice my floor work, finger tutting. I might come out with some new shit. 2-3 hours, and then straight to work. Then when I finish work, I go back home and I go back to the park again, 2-3 hours again, or maybe 2. Depends how late I get home, and I still practice. After a while, you're gonna realize that practice is actually what you like. Not going in front of dance, in front of thousands of people, and they go, ooh, ah, because that's like an ego thing. Everybody wants to the, ooh, wow, oh my God, sign my sleeves, sign with your name. But you know, it's the ego thing, you know, a lot of people practice for that. That's why a lot of kids, they do a dance for 4 or 5 years and they die out. So practice for that feeling. When you go practice in the park by yourself and you're sad and you feel good, you're gonna get that, you're gonna feel good, you know? And then, you know, you might come out with something new and you're gonna be like, you soul searching. So try to do soul searching instead of like egotistical, like, feel me, oh my God. You know, soul searching is what you need to do. Not the camera, lights, oh my God, you know. Buy my hats with my name on it. Yeah, because a lot of people become characters. They're not real. Try to come out of the, like, characters are like on, you know, they are like on a picture. Try to come out of the picture, become real. You know, people, that's why we say stay real. That's what stay real means. Dancing for yourself, you know, from, not just for yourself, for God, you know, from out there, you know. Connect with that. Yeah. So that's how you do it. Oh, another thing is like, learn that this dance is gonna hurt. It's not gonna feel good. So the more it hurts, the better. It's not gonna be all pretty and roses, you know. So just dig in and find yourself. Find yourself inside there, in that depression. When you're more depressed, that's when you find out, like, where you create new stuff, you know. So don't be afraid of that.